Welcome to DwellScape. Today we're exploring floating buildings and cities that are redefining what's possible in architecture. Have you ever imagined living in a home that floats on water, or a city designed to rise with the tides? Let's dive into 10 groundbreaking floating projects around the world that could change the way we live. Which one will captivate you the most? Let's find out. Floating Pavilion, Rotterdam. The floating pavilion in Rotterdam stands as a pioneering symbol of how architecture can adapt to the changing environmental realities we face today. Situated in the Rijnhaven port area, this floating structure serves as an event space, but is also an experimental model for climate-resilient architecture. The pavilion consists of 3 interconnected geodesic domes, each with a lightweight, translucent shell that floats atop the water surface. What makes this structure truly special is its eco-friendly design. The domes are insulated with a special type of foam, which helps regulate the internal temperature, while solar panels on the roof supply a portion of its energy needs. Additionally, the pavilion collects rainwater, minimizing its impact on local resources. Rotterdam, being a city largely below sea level, is a hub of innovation in water management, and the floating pavilion is an example of how cities can adapt to rising seas by embracing the water rather than fighting it. This project is not just a standalone marvel, it's a working model for floating buildings that could be used in other flood-prone areas. Rotterdam continues to lead the charge in showing how cities can adapt to climate change through architectural innovation, and the floating pavilion is a key part of that effort. Lilypad Belgium. The Lilypad is a futuristic, self-sustaining floating city designed by architect Vincent Callebaut. Named after the aquatic plant, the design mimics the form and function of a water lily, providing a solution for the global challenge of rising sea levels. Unlike traditional urban development, which expands outward onto land, the Lilypad concept takes to the ocean, creating an artificial floating island capable of housing 50,000 residents. Lilypad is more than just a concept of floating architecture, it's an entire eco-city. The structure is designed to be carbon neutral, using only renewable energy sources such as wind, solar, and tidal power. The city would also rely on aquaculture to produce food, providing a sustainable source of nourishment for its inhabitants. One of its most innovative features is the ability to purify both fresh and salt water, ensuring that residents have access to clean drinking water. The materials used in Lilypad's construction would be recycled or biodegradable, further reducing its ecological footprint. With rising sea levels threatening to displace millions of people in low-lying areas, the Lilypad offers a glimpse into how cities might adapt by moving onto the water itself. Callebaut envisions entire clusters of Lilypad cities dotting the oceans, creating new opportunities for urban living in harmony with the planet. The Floating Seahorse Villas, Dubai. The floating Seahorse villas in Dubai represent the height of luxury in floating architecture. Developed by Kleindienst Group, these 3-story villas are not only stunning examples of innovative engineering, but also offer a lifestyle experience unlike any other. What makes these villas particularly unique is that part of the structure is submerged underwater, offering residents unobstructed views of the vibrant marine life below the surface. Each floating Seahorse villa has 3 levels, an underwater floor that houses the bedroom and bathroom, a sea-level floor with a living room and kitchen, and a rooftop deck. The underwater level is particularly mesmerizing, with large floor-to-ceiling windows that allow residents to watch coral reefs and marine life from the comfort of their bed. The sea-level floor opens directly onto the water, making it perfect for hosting gatherings or simply relaxing by the sea. The rooftop deck offers a panoramic view of the surrounding waters, creating the ideal setting for watching sunsets or stargazing. These villas are part of a larger luxury development known as the Heart of Europe, an artificial archipelago in Dubai designed to replicate iconic European locations. In addition to their lavish design, the floating Seahorse villas are equipped with cutting-edge technologies that allow them to be self-sufficient. Each villa is fitted with solar panels, water filtration systems, and smart home technologies that allow residents to control everything from lighting to temperature at the touch of a button. Oceanix City, New York. Oceanix City is a revolutionary concept developed by Bjarke Ingels Group in collaboration with the United Nations to address the global threat posed by rising sea levels. Unlike other floating city concepts, which often focus on luxury or exclusivity, Oceanix City aims to provide a scalable, affordable solution for urban populations vulnerable to climate change. The idea is to create a self-sustaining, climate-resilient city that floats on modular platforms and can be expanded over time. Each platform in Oceanix City is designed to accommodate about 300 residents, and multiple platforms can be joined to create a fully functioning city for up to 10,000 people. These platforms would feature homes, schools, parks, and commercial spaces, creating a livable environment that blends urban convenience with ecological sustainability. Renewable energy sources such as wind and solar power would be used to meet the city's energy needs, while vertical farming and aquaculture would provide fresh food. In addition, the platforms would be designed to collect and purify rainwater, ensuring a self-sufficient water supply. One of the most exciting aspects of Oceanix City is its flexibility. The modular platforms can be adapted to different climates and conditions, making the city versatile enough to be deployed in a variety of locations around the world. Furthermore, the platforms are engineered to withstand extreme weather events such as hurricanes, offering a safer alternative to traditional coastal cities. Seasteading Institute Project, French Polynesia. The Seasteading Institute's Floating City project is an ambitious effort to create a self-sustaining community on the ocean, independent of traditional governments and free from the constraints of land-based living. Located off the coast of French Polynesia, this floating city is designed to provide a refuge from rising sea levels while offering an entirely new model for living on the water. The project is the result of a partnership between the Seasteading Institute and Blue Frontiers, with plans to begin construction in the near future. What sets this project apart is its emphasis on political autonomy. The Seasteading Institute envisions floating cities as places where residents can experiment with new forms of governance, free from the jurisdiction of existing nation-states. These floating communities would be governed by voluntary contracts, allowing residents to opt into the rules and systems they prefer. The floating city itself will consist of modular platforms that can be reconfigured as needed. Each platform will be self-sustaining, utilizing renewable energy sources and advanced water desalination systems to provide for residents' needs. The goal is to create a community that is not only resilient to climate change, but also economically and politically independent. Floating Venice, Dubai. Dubai is no stranger to architectural innovation, and Floating Venice is another bold example of the city's futuristic vision. Designed as a luxury floating resort, Floating Venice brings the charm and elegance of Italy's iconic city to the waters of the Arabian Gulf. With its network of canals, Venetian-style architecture, and underwater rooms, this project promises an unparalleled experience for its guests. Floating Venice is set to accommodate up to 3,000 guests across 4 levels, including one underwater. Visitors can stay in luxurious suites that offer breathtaking views of both the sea and the bustling floating city above. Gondolas will replace traditional taxis, allowing guests to navigate through the network of canals while admiring the floating piazzas, bridges, and Venetian-style plazas. The resort will also include multiple underwater experiences, such as submerged art galleries, restaurants, and even an underwater spa. For visitors, the opportunity to dine or relax while surrounded by marine life provides a truly unique experience. Floating Venice is scheduled to be part of Dubai's World Islands development and promises to be a must-visit destination for those seeking a blend of luxury and architectural wonder.
Makoko Floating School, Lagos.
In the waters of Lagos Lagoon, Nigeria, the Makoko Floating School stands as a beacon of hope and innovation in one of the world's most vulnerable communities. Makoko is a floating slum, home to thousands of people who live in stilt houses above the water. Flooding is a constant threat, making the Makoko Floating School a vital solution for providing education in this precarious environment. The school consists of 3 levels. The bottom floor serves as a shaded area where children can play and socialize. The middle floor is a classroom space that can accommodate up to 100 students, and the top floor is an open-air rooftop where community members can gather for meetings and events. The building is not connected to any external power grid. Instead, it relies on solar panels for energy and collects rainwater for drinking and sanitation. The Makoko Floating School is not only a practical solution to the region's environmental challenges, but also a symbol of what can be achieved when design is tailored to local needs. Though the original structure was damaged in a storm, its legacy continues, inspiring new generations of architects to develop floating solutions for other vulnerable communities around the world. Waternest 100, Italy. Waternest 100 is a floating eco-home designed by Italian architect Giancarlo Zema, and it's a perfect example of how sustainable living can be integrated into floating architecture. This oval-shaped structure is made entirely from recycled and eco-friendly materials designed to float on any body of calm water, such as lakes, rivers, or bays. The roof of the Waternest 100 is fitted with solar panels that generate enough energy to power the home, and its walls are insulated to reduce energy consumption for heating and cooling. Inside, the layout is both modern and functional, featuring a spacious living area, a kitchen, 2 bedrooms, and 2 bathrooms. Outside, a floating terrace allows residents to relax by the water or enjoy outdoor dining. One of the key features of the Waternest 100 is its flexibility. Because it's designed to float, it can be moved to different locations as needed. This makes it an attractive option for people looking to live off-grid or in harmony with nature. As climate change continues to impact coastal and flood-prone areas, floating homes like Waternest 100 could become more common, offering a sustainable solution to rising sea levels and the environmental challenges of the future. Amillarah Private Islands. For those who dream of owning a private island, Amillarah Private Islands offer a unique and customizable experience. Developed by Dutch Docklands in partnership with the famous designer Jean-Michel Cousteau, these floating islands provide a luxurious yet sustainable solution for exclusive real estate. Unlike traditional islands, which are static and vulnerable to rising sea levels, Amillarah Islands are engineered to float, offering complete protection against the effects of climate change. The islands are anchored to the seabed, using advanced engineering techniques that keep them stable, even in rough seas. This ensures that residents can enjoy the serenity of island living without worrying about environmental threats. The floating islands can be placed anywhere in the world, whether it's in a tropical lagoon or a remote corner of the ocean, offering unparalleled privacy and exclusivity. In addition to their luxury appeal, Amillarah Private Islands are designed with sustainability in mind. The developers have taken great care to minimize the environmental impact of these floating homes, ensuring that they blend seamlessly with the natural environment. The islands are designed to encourage marine life, creating underwater habitats for fish and coral reefs. For those looking for a blend of luxury, sustainability, and innovation, Amillarah Private Islands are the ultimate solution. Floating City by Big and Un Habitat. The Floating City project, designed by the Bjarke Ingels Group, BIG, in collaboration with UN Habitat, is one of the most ambitious floating city concepts to date. Unlike many other floating architecture projects that focus on luxury or small-scale development, Floating City aims to provide a solution for some of the world's most pressing challenges: rising sea levels, overpopulation, and housing shortages. Floating City is designed to be completely self-sustaining. Each unit would generate its own energy through a combination of solar and wind power, while food would be grown in vertical farms integrated into the structure. The city would also be equipped with desalination plants and rainwater harvesting systems to provide fresh water, and waste would be processed on-site to reduce the environmental impact. One of the key goals of the Floating City project is to create a model that can be replicated in different parts of the world, especially in areas vulnerable to rising sea levels. By building on the water, the city can grow and adapt to the changing climate without taking up valuable land. With its blend of sustainability, resilience, and affordability, Floating City represents a forward-thinking solution to the challenges of urbanization in a world increasingly affected by climate change. Floating architecture is not just a concept, it's a reality that's reshaping how we think about living in harmony with water. Which of these incredible projects impressed you the most? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to DwellScape. And hit that bell icon so you never miss an update on the latest architectural innovations. Thanks for watching.